Well, welcome to Vlogmas Day 1. Just like that, it's December 1st. Doesn't it just seem like it was just Christmas not that long ago? And here it is rolling around again. But we have birthdays. Today is my grandkids, David and Alyssa, their mom, Jimmy's first wife, Cindy. Today's Cindy's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cindy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also, I had to write them down, Zenda, Z-E-N-D-A, Zenda Norris's birthday. So Zenda, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zenda. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And it's also Marilyn W.'s birthday. So Marilyn, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marilyn. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you have a great, great birthday, all three of you. It's hard to believe it's Vlogmas Day 1. Joan at Rise and Shine Suburban Homesteading, and Kim at A Girl on Her Phone, and Edie over at Edie's Adventures, and I have lots of different vlogs, collabs coming up this month. Lots and lots. It's going to be fun. It really is going to be fun. Next week, I don't remember. I've started filming them because I always wait to the last minute. So this time I thought I'm going to film a couple of them in advance. So I know I've done a 30-minute meal. I've done making a decoration. I've done a soup, although I think the soup was last month. I don't know. Anyway, there's a bunch coming up. Let me tell you, there's a bunch coming up. We do 2 a week. Starting this week, we'll have 2. On the 4th is the first one. And I don't remember what it was. But there's one coming up on the 4th. I got to make sure I did the one for the 4th. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm almost positive I did. But we have our tags. We have some of our favorite things and different things like that. We have lots going on. So anyway, was no Lions game today because they played on Thursday, and then they don't play again until next Thursday. I think they're on Prime, next Thursday. I'm not positive, but I'll be watching. And I told you yesterday that I thought that the Michigan game was going to be a massacre. We were like 21-point underdogs, so it really shouldn't have been that close of a game. We won by 3 points. I didn't like the way it ended. I mean, I know that it's sometimes sometimes they're considered adults because they're over 20. They're 20, 21, 22 years old. But then you still think of them as kids. At least I do, and because they're still in school. But Michigan tried to plant their flag in the center of the Ohio field. I just kind of think that's kind of a little bit of poor sportsmanship. Jim seems to think that all teams that have rivalries try to do it. Michigan and Ohio have a rivalry going back forever and ever and ever. I don't know if anybody ever remembers the one time Woody Hayes was the coach of the Ohio team. He reached over the sidelines and punched a player in the face. I mean, now that's poor sportsmanship too. So, I mean, it comes on both sides. It shouldn't have happened on that. He was an adult, but anyway, it was a close game. It was a good game, but Ohio surely should have beat us. And then we went to Christie's to measure for her blinds, and she was hoping that she'd have like a regular size window. She could just pick some blinds up off the rack. No, she's got to special order them. So she's just going to have them come out. For $45, they'll come out, measure, and then they'll come back and install them. And for the whole thing, not for just one window. So I think she's doing 3 windows. 2 in the kitchen and 1 in her, 2 in the kitchen and 1 in her office. So they'll come this week and figure that out for her. And then we went to Coney Island for dinner last night. I had a bowl of chili and a loose meat taco because I don't like hot dogs. I don't like Coney dogs. It's basically a Coney dog, but instead of a hot dog, it's hamburger. Because it has mustard and onions and mustard and onions. And I think I have some cheese. I think I got some cheese on mine. It was very good. It hit the spot. I actually went to bed at midnight last night. there was nothing on TV. Jim was going to bed. I was thinking, I don't want to sit up. I already finished my book yesterday, so I thought, I'll just go to bed. And I did not wake up until 10 to 10 this morning. I slept almost 10 hours without getting up even to go to the bathroom. I thought, I must have been tired. I really must have been tired. And then before we went to bed, we set the traps once again. This time we set them where we caught the mice before, thinking that maybe they were trying to outsmart us. So we put like 4 traps out in 4 different locations. And I left the one in here, and we didn't get any. Thankfully, we haven't got any. So the last thing what we're going to do is we're going to put one at the top of the basement steps and one at the bottom of the basement steps to see if maybe they're getting in from the basement. And they just haven't figured out a way to work their way back up here yet. So I really do think we only had the 3. I'm hoping we only had the 3. I know a lot of people say it's because I feed the birds. I've been feeding the birds since I moved in here. Now, granted, we had a tree last year, but the stands that I have the feeders at the same height as the tree branch that I was using, because we have a really tall shepherd's hook. And I don't give them bird seed. I give them suet, which is a little bit thicker. Now, granted, I'm sure that when the birds are eating it, they might drop little droppings on the ground. But this is the first year, and I've been here 18 years that we've had mice. And I know I keep saying it, but I really do think they just came in the back door when Jim had the door propped open, because I think a neighbor had mice, put her decon, and they all left and tried to find someplace else. And they go, oh, look at the caracos. They got the door wide open welcoming us. Let's go. And they weren't baby mice. They were good-sized mice, but they weren't like baby size. So this morning when I got up, because I really thought I heard one in here last night. But so I pulled the furniture out in here and swept and cleaned and dusted and all that this morning. And there was no sign of any droppings or anything like that, because I looked very hard and I looked everywhere. So I do think that was just from the plant that the other stuff went. And then when I swept up the kitchen and cleaned off the counters and stuff like that, I looked for evidence there, and I don't see any evidence. So fingers crossed that they're gone, because they just creep me out. They just creep me out to no end. I could have a snake in my house and it wouldn't bother me. I could have, spiders crawling all over me. I could have any kind of a bug in the house. They don't. Well, I wouldn't want a cockroach. I'm not afraid of them, but I wouldn't want them. They're filthy. But mice, they just give me the creeps. They just give me the creeps. I know that the first mouse we ever had since we were married, and we've had 4, a total of 4. We had one mouse, and we had a dog and a cat, and we still had a mouse. It was the first time Jim had ever experienced having mice. And when we went to bed, he said, well, the only good thing is that we're in bed and they can't get us. And I said, they can climb. They're very capable of climbing. And he says, I don't think so. And then just as I thought he was falling asleep, I rubbed my foot real gently across his leg. He jumped so high. He didn't find that funny, as I wouldn't have either if he would have done it to me. But and then the one time when Danny was really little, he was closing. My mother had shears. She had drapes and shears, and then behind the shears she had a pull down. She was really in for keeping the house warm, but she had a pull down shade. And I remember Danny was reaching in to pull the shade down, and there was a mouse clinging on to the shear. And Danny says, "Oh, look at it! This is so cute." No, it's not. No, it's not. But anyway, so I think I might do my Christmas cards today. Tomorrow I have to go give blood, because next week I go for my thyroid. He put me on that new medication for my calcium levels. And I was looking at my old chart, because my Beaumont chart, I don't know why they ever give you those things, because, everybody thinks they're a doctor then. But I was looking at it, and my calcium levels were like on the higher end, but they were still in the normal part of the higher end. And they weren't like really close, I don't remember the exact numbers, but like if 30 was the highest, I was probably like a 26. So I'm still not really right there. But I find that since he's given it to me, that my joints ache a little bit more. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. I'll find out when I go. And then I have to ask too, because last time I had to do that, which I don't like doing, but it's not that hard, but it's a pain in the arse, is the 24-hour urine collection, which I don't like doing. But I had to do that last time. I don't know if I got to do that again. But I know I have to give blood, so I'm going to do that. And then Sebastian's first game is far. Oh my gosh. It's a half an hour from my house, which means it's almost an hour from his school. So he's just like in the district that his school plays their ball in. So it won't be that bad for me, but it might not be so bad for Danny, because he's coming from Wixom. So he might be able to shoot across rather than come down and come back up. Because that's how he gets home. He comes down and comes back up. But I don't know how that's going to work. Anyway, so we will be there for that. And then I think I told you I was going to do my Christmas cards today. I got my first official Christmas card, my first one of the season. Guess who it's from? It's from Edie. It's from the Lewinsky family. Lewinsky? I don't know how to say your last name, Edie. My very first Christmas card. So it has officially started. I send Christmas cards to certain people, and then I always send Christmas cards to people that send me Christmas cards. I always send a Christmas card back to them. But gone are the days when I was younger, they had 2 mail deliveries in a day. And then you'd have them everywhere. And then we had like a toilet paper. I remember how many people remember this. Like a toilet paper holder that you put yarn all the way around it. And then you would stick your cards in. And then you'd have like a wheel of cards. And then you'd put them all around the archway in between the rooms. And then you'd have like a little table display. There was like tons and tons. No, not so much anymore. I don't, like I get some email Christmas cards. Those are nice, but I like to, like I have this on my desk now, so every time I look at it, I'll think of my first Christmas card. It's just nice. But anyway, my printer must be wrong because I have like the thing where they send you free printer ink from HP Instant Ink, and I've got 2 boxes already, and I haven't changed my ink because my ink is still in there. So I don't know. I was just looking at that just now, just wondering what's going on with that. Any hooser. That's going to do it. Vlogmas day 1 finished. Nothing exciting going on, but 24 more days till Jesus arrives, till it's Christmas. And it's also Hanukkah. Hanukkah's on the 25th also this year. So let's have a happy holiday. Let's have a stress-free holiday. No politics, just love, kindness, all that good stuff. And let's talk again tomorrow.